It's going to be a night of domination for Cloud9.
Some utility being bought. Automatic, smoke, flash, flash. Tarek finally puts half armor into the purchase. Twist has the smoke in kit, just to go and show you that your best fragger can support as well. And is this going to be a quick A split? The bomb's still up in B apps. No, it looks like they just want to boost window.
Mid control, I think, and then they'll try to get Cat, but oh, Stan pushes back in. It's only able to get that one kill though. Scott trades it back out, but this might actually scare them away, and they might, just by circumstance, end up doing an A split here now too. We'll see how they think about this. Stewie's exploring it now. He's seen that there's very little presence on the actual site.
They're so confused. This is kind of a cool strat from Cloud9. Something quite unique as well.
Mm-hmm. Both teams are kind of going to be a little bit confused here too while they wait to figure out. I think Cloud9 is trying to figure out what?
I'm confused.
I think Cloud9, more than anything else right now, is trying to find the movements of Team Liquid, and Team Liquid is just trying to figure out where the hell anyone on Cloud9 is right now.
Yeah, I think the numbers game, they're okay being 4v4. I mean, they would like to have a man up, obviously, but they just don't want to get caught off guard rotating, and that's the difficult part. So Cloud9 have taken control of the entire middle of the map, and Liquid have gotten some information back. Nitro has been peeking down B, but even just being in B side is one thing, but having two players this far away from A in particular is what's scary for Liquid.
They have the most sat back at ticket now. There's been no sign of moving in. They're going to see it now, however. And with two players being spotted and the bomb going down, this is going to call for the rotate. Tarek just left that on his own, unfortunately. So he will get taken out by JDM. But for the rest of the team here, well, there's a good pop flash over the top, but it does hit Scooter a little bit too, so he's going to be forced back. And now we see the additional CT on Cat, which is going to stop these guys from immediately peeking in connector. They have to get a little bit more creative to find those kills. Another 1-for-1 on the site does not favor Cloud9 at this point in time here. They need the kill on Cat, and they will get it. Stewie picks that one up. Now they're both stuck over here. Cat Elise is going to be able to move back in, finds the kill. Now he's going to find the defuse, though he's hunting for it. Can't seem to get it. And with that, JDM will sneak off the defuse inside of the smoke, and he gets the kill onto Stewie as well. Good start for Team Liquid as they'll begin this map at 1-0.
That was good. One smoke on the round, so it was very well used to try to guise the defuse. But I would just like to say that that is how you're supposed to spam a smoke, the way that Stewie was doing it, even though he missed. Some people just panic spray, but you just need to like tap, even if you have a rifle, just tap and move your crosshair along until you see blood or hear the shot. And then you start spamming. People just panic right away. Why do they keep freaking out? If you don't know where they are and you don't have any points of reference, just start tapping. Just burst a little bit. Take a couple good guesses.
So that is going to cost them the early advantage. However, they start off the second round with a kill. Rush sneaks up the steps there and finds Stan creeping into the apartments too aggressively. And you want to watch out for Stewie here. He's got the scout in hand. Oh, and there you go. Threads the needle, lines up the shot onto Nitro, and already we're at a 5v3. Not even, like a 4-spot second round. This is only the scout, and then they have P250s besides that. Oh, Elijah's got to be careful here too, but he can multi-frag. Nicely done. With that, he recovers the advantage, even swings around to finish off Rush too. Very well done from Elijah. With one more, he's got the ace.
That was nuts. That was such a fast flick into underpass. And Stew Balls coming to top mid. He's going to get cut off guard.
No, I don't think he even knows he's at top boxes right now.
Oh my god.
He's checking every angle but top boxes here, which means Alicia's going to be able to freely peek him. And he completes the set, gets himself the 5K. Beautifully done to make sure that that round does not indeed go out of hand.
And you said Alicia has to be careful here. It was actually all 5 Ts that had to be careful here.
Seemed to be, yeah.
There's going to be a buy up. Galil for Tarek. He's got the nades to back it up as well. And we can see he's favored nades over getting an AK, which is nice. AKs can be picked up from dead teammates. All these nades cannot. And this deep B smoke won't actually work that well. I think Cloud9 are going to be happy to see it. Yeah, because they're going to know the setup's going to mean that if they haven't pushed, they're going to play B lightly.
Tarek continuing to spam, and though gets that first opening kill, but Nitro very fast. Gets the double think on response. It's actually just pretty even right now. Neither team getting a massive advantage. Cloud9 do have site control though, but the one thing they don't have is utility for the post plant. They've got a decoy on Stewie, but that is it. Meanwhile, Liquid still have 2 mollies and a smoke. But one of those players could get dropped right now. And there we go. There's Rush with the quick pickup there. That drops one of those 2 Molotovs onto the ground, and now they only have the market angle to retake from. So all of a sudden, this doesn't look that great anymore. They're going to be able to smoke off Arch. It's a great peek from Stewie to support the first kill on a twist. And for Stan, he's seemingly been outwitted here. no real room for him to re-enter into the site. So I might be able to make one last-ditch attempt at it. Oh, he actually does get the angle, and it didn't even look like Stewie was out in the open there, but makes the kill happen, continues tapping in to try and find the player in apartments, but won't happen, and even after the bomb explosion, Stewie still survives. So Cloud9 will win the first gun round in pretty convincing fashion.
Yeah, so that comes off of just a good initial setup, but then once they saw the smoke and how far out they were, and it's like once they pushed through that deep apartment smoke, they realized, all right, no one's actually pushed off of this, then Liquid are trying to sell us a bill of goods by making it seem like we're going for out there so that they can ace stack longer, or just to stop everything that has to do with the fast B hit. So I got that info, called it out. It's an easy side take.
JDM going to crawl forward here too. They're looking for mid-aggression this time, and it's going to be a bit of a nasty surprise for Tarek. He's still able to chain together 2. However, that's not necessarily satisfactory. Cloud9 need to stack up some cash for the next time Team Liquid buy into this one. Granted, they're still in pretty good control, but now with 2 AKs bought up there, or picked up, I should say, this is going to get a little bit dangerous for Cloud9 if they don't watch out for this. Spot stay on ESL though, and Stu will be the one to quickly headshot him out. Nitro just turns this corner into his defensive point, as he'll be watching out for the bomb, trying to stay alive with this and do as much damage as humanly possible, or obviously outright attempt the clutch if he can do it.
Seems unlikely. No armor.
And this smoke will eventually go away. I think Cloud9 are going to be patient enough to wait for it, and there we go, it's gone now. So he's going to be stuck in the doorway. Ooh, can't even get the first kill, though he gets very close. So he does indeed shut it down, and that ties us up.
And Cloud9 fall on their feet. Good recovery after losing those first two players, even though Tarek was able to get a 2K. 2VX seemed like it could get reasonably ugly. And now at a scoreline of 2-2, JDM's picked up the op. They don't have enough money to afford a M4 for Elige. He's got a FAMAS. But it seems like Cloud9 are going to keep it light here. Go for pretty much a straight up A take. I'm surprised he automatic not actually worried about that.
Nitro pretty easily gets that first kill. Basically no challenge to him at all. Stan very patiently wait for this 2. He does end up swinging out wide, but he's supported by the good nades there. Can only get the 1 kill, however, so rather support the first kill. It's going to be Twist that'll end up doing most of the damage along with Elige here, as it is brought down to Tarek at the end of the day. And a 1v3 tries to make a quick move up to the top, and while he does take down Twist, besides that, Liquid will shut down the A hit. Those
are excellent counter grenades. Now, Tarek wants to be able to sneak his way up mid, try to attract people away from being able to counter grenade, but most of the problem was with whoever's in CT. So he has line of sight on A ramp, and the flashes that came out were perfect. So obviously, getting the kill early on automatic meant that they could take some attention away from mid, only have to worry about underpass or someone coming up late, and otherwise just listen for an auditory cue, and then just make sure that they can support their teammates on the site.
A force buy from Cloud9 as they're going to attempt to win out on this round, and JDM will actually sit inside of the apartments, spots something right off the bat here. It's going to pull Nitro back into the site, supported by a good flashbang, gets the first kill. That HE raid will be slightly mistimed here, but now the T's are kind of stuck in the apartments, a bit hesitant on jumping outside because, well, you've got this setup established, and as you can see, it's just going to tear the entire hit to pieces. Beautifully done by Team Liquid. Cloud9 don't even get close to getting out of the site there.
Yeah, that was bad. You could see that they were trying to rely on getting a kill, and because they couldn't find it, just got caught up stuck in apartments. JDM did a ton of damage with that shot, too. Took out Stewie, but then also did 80-90 damage to another person behind him. So from here, kind of open shots from JDM. He's able to get these kills no problem, and they just really needed to pour out window as soon as an opera made contact. But another round where they got some info, B immediately acted on it. This time, didn't follow through though. What's a punch without a follow through?
Kind of an aggressive apartment smoke this time, as Liquid going to attempt to deny the quick movement through there. And Cloud9 actually going for mid control here, and you can bet for sure that JDM's going to be able to hear all of this and call it out to watch for additional mid pressure. She even just scopes in, pretty much expecting the window boost to come in at any moment. That nade may help to spur it on. Oh, see Tarek trying to bait the shot. Oh, and actually JDM misses at point blank range there, but recovers nicely on the pistol. Just ends up losing about half his HP though. Besides that, Cloud9 have actually cleared out of mid. Most of their players have ended up grouping together.
Let's see, op rotating in. Oh, Nitro's here as well.
And this should be another quick shutdown. A little messy on the spray from Nitro, but it gets the job done anyway. It gets a nice little 3K there at the end of it. Liquid set up a good lead for themselves. 5-2. Cloud9 is about to roll in with another full buy, minus the up, of course.
Looking much more formidable already.
Definitely so.
Yeah. Similar buy to what we've had earlier in this half, buying down to 0 with just some nades, no op to work with for Cloud9. Let's see. Let's see what they do. Early mid control. And there was actually 3 people in connector, so it looked like they might have tried to go and push top mid, which is hard to say who that would have favored. They love this deep apartment smoke. That's very interesting. I personally always wondered why this didn't become standard.
He's doing his job quite well right now. And also is fending off what we've already seen from Cloud9, which has been these fast apartment hits too. So serves to buy just a little bit more time for them to get into position. And obviously allows someone like the Opera to get very aggressive upon that if they want to too. But starting it off, Automatics to get the first kill into connector here, knocking down JDM. They expect the second player, the slow crawl from Stewie to check the corner there. It always seems too easy to kill that player if he's not being aggressive. So that's going to give Cloud9 a very solid 5v3 start. They will have to delay their hit a little bit, though, because there is the smoke on the other side of connector. But after this is gone, there really should be nothing stopping them from just rolling into the site. And the site itself is going to be easy. I mean, you've got Stan, who's probably going to group up with Twist. You really don't have to worry about Ticket. The rest of the site is completely clear already. Wow, and they even completely blind Twist as he was trying to push back out. Stan's a bit of a surprise. You can see him spamming back in. Rush was not expecting him to be there, but he can re-peek from the triple box and take him down, leaving only Nitro in this fight. And I don't even know if Nitro realizes it. Definitely suspects it, but he is going to be flanked out by Stewie, although Stewie is checking the wrong side.
Yeah, he might be in a pretty okay spot. Now that he's been cleared, he might also be able to catch a late rotate out of B. Is repositioning himself, I think, after knowing that Stewie left him. Maybe he realizes that this is the safer area to be in.
Main goal definitely to save the AK at this point with Cloud9 coming in strong onto this round. So
yeah, I don't think Cloud9 want to spend too much effort trying to find him, and yeah, they don't actually lose anybody.
So it's best case scenario there for Cloud9, as they're now going to secure their 3rd round. But Liquid still had plenty of cash, so we have at least one more rebuy coming in. This might be the only one, however, as other money pretty much goes down to nothing with this rebuy here, including the double op setup too, which is going to be a pretty hefty investment. Yeah,
Cloud9 also have another round of buy-ups, I think. They might be low on the reset, I'm not sure, but yeah, they've saved some money. Smoke A ramp, default from Cloud9, is avoiding mid. Both teams avoiding mid, and Nitro taking a patient shot on Scoodle. Great flash to support him.
Back in a good fighting shape here at the start of the round, and Molly's on both sides of the apartments, though, is going to make it a little bit awkward in here. So we're just pop flashing himself inside in the case that Nitro was already peeked for the door. He wasn't. However, this could get interesting. Oh no, Stewie didn't even realize it. Nitro was already blocking the doorway there. So he takes the shot first, knocks out Stewie. And that's another early kill here for Nitro coming off that op position.
Yeah, that's why it's important sometimes when you're holding an angle not to move at all, because people won't actually notice for a second that the textures are different. Yeah, exactly.
And that's going to cost Cloud9 as they just have to go into probably a haphazardly set up A execute. Again, minimal utility. Oh, and that whiff flash from Tarek.
That's the stupid clipping.
As now they're going to move out. Tarek gets the first entry, though, so a good start. Twist forced to look away, and okay, just doesn't even realize the player coming out of Palace, unfortunately. So left only Elige alive to trade for 1 kill until he got burnt. And now it's a 2v2, so actually the round is still very winnable for Cloud9 after the start as a 3v5 on the execute.
It's 4-3, by the way, I think. So he turned away just a time.
Oh, yeah.
Master raised my ass.
Cloud9 take their time with this plant, so.
This is what you have to do. Fake plant, double peek something, hold. Oh, look at this Molotov. This value
wow. It's completely destroyed the post plant. As it kills Tarek by forcing him into the open, and Automatic ends up going down to 10 HP. This would be a massive effort for him if he could clutch this. In fact, if he peeked it right now, he would be able to find both of them. Oh, he's going to swing out. They don't even see him coming for this trip stack, but he didn't realize that Stan had already got access to the site. So he's able to quickly trade that, win out the 1v1, and secure the round for Liquid. So they're going to go 3-6.
And I think they still have enough money. Yeah, that actually helped a lot, the fact that they have a little bit of money left over, and they got the plan as well. So, yeah, they can also op if they would like. Liquid, I think, are going to be aware that they're going to have some money left over. I don't know if they'll buy We could see if they maybe decide to try to buy an SMG. And look at these, another round where here's Nitro to buy a FALMAS and a full nade set instead of going light on grenades. Love it. Very often you'll see a team just buy the best rifle they can possibly afford and then just hope to frag out. But teams that know how to use their nades effectively and understand the value of having a lot of grenades will show you how to press those advantages over having a better gun.
Nades early on here. Not really going to impact too much on either side. And Cloud9 will pretty much just walk into mid and take it. You don't really have to expend too much effort. I say that actually, but they've pretty much used all of their utility. They didn't have that much to start the round off to begin with. So their site execute is going to be very, very dry. They don't have anything to smoke off now. No flashbangs even. A single HE grenade is all they have. So with mid control and a player propped up at A ramp, they're just going to have to hope to shock value on site entry. Yeah,
everybody's low. So ELIGE is maybe the most valuable player with this. Wow, that was some good reaction time from Stanislaw to catch automatic up on Cat. ELIGE also finding a frag at A ramp. And the jig is up. They know that that was potentially going to be an A split.
Yeah, just from those 2 kills alone.
Oh. Yeah, they know automatic was going to get on the ladder room watch window as they came up connector and split A.
I mean, Tarek confidently pushes that without checking his backside either. Well, Tarek makes it work, moves in, gets the kill. They've still got to be cautious of Stan here, and somehow Stan doesn't do any damage to either of them, as now Skadoodle's allowed to go into the site. Bails out Tarek by getting that kill. Nitro will trade onto Stewie as he finally pushes back out from the ramp, but gets the job done as once again it's an even battle. And we go to the post plant to decide it. Wow, that's an aggressive peek from Skadoodle. Missed shot, I believe, and that's what'll lead to his death. And Tarek trying to clutch this with 15 HP, going to prove very difficult, especially because if Liquid ran into that nade properly, they're already going to know where he's positioned at. It's just a matter of fishing him out.
I think they can kind of see his gun, I think.
He's going to hide in the corner, try to give him the best angle possible. Okay, they apparently didn't realize he was sitting back in ticket, so he gets the first kill, wasting a lot of time here too. JD needed to take that battle quickly, gets the kill, but did he leave himself enough time to defuse the bomb? Ooh, I think he got it.
Yeah, it looks like he might. Oh, yeah.
He got it, yeah.
Super close. Wow. Last few seconds.
Brought that down to the wire.
Very much so. Good show. And good showing.
And so Cloud9 showing a bit more signs of struggle, it seems, on the second map here on Mirage. Liquid coming out on top, and especially in a lot of these clutch situations too. Liquid on this second map definitely faring a lot better there. Just good teamwork, I think. We go back to the, not the most recent one, of course, in the last round, but 2 before that. The really good molly that basically secured the round for them in the 2v2. And then right here as well, the good team play. Bit of a mistake, but okay. What's happening here? Tarek.
We'll get a replay of that.
Yeah, just holding inside of Palace, just gets 2 Deagle headshots out of absolutely nowhere. It's already been traded back, so unfortunately there's not a whole lot of momentum going behind this anymore, but interesting way to start the round.
Yeah, it's crazy that even in these 3vx's and these rounds, they don't have a lot of money. Cloud9 are keeping it close. It's also impressive that Liquid are continually closing it out, though. Keeping good composure. Great form. And now just delaying. Important to have some high-intensity moments, and then when you get map control, to wait it out, make sure the CTs fan out. And as we can see, with no information for the CTs, they get farther and farther away from each other. They try to get to more dedicated spots in their sights.
JDM gonna miss that shot. Skadoodle takes him a minute to get the kill, but now he's got it up.
Deagle sucks for that.
I think that might be a safe call, actually. We'll see. Looks like they're gonna go for it based off of the damage that's done. This automatic. They should commit now. But there was a moment there I think they were considering falling back. Now as they push back in, though. Smoke to support their push a little bit further here. Still trying to kill automatic. He's managed to survive for this long. There we go. Finally, they get that frag. Now they're pushing back out, but Tarek and Skadoodle get the job done on their own. They hold very well. And Cloud9 do indeed upset on that round where they primarily just bought up some pistols.
All right, let's see where it ended. Oh.
That was smooth. And that one as well. No, not a one tap, but it's the job done anyway.
Nuts. Nuts, yeah. Palace control, just like that. And it was kind of an eco, so maybe it was a bit of a misstep from Liquid to try to go for information that aggressively. But you'd think, you know, most situations Tarek dies there, so it's hard to fault him for it.
Mm-hmm. Let's immediately put Liquid onto an eco here too, and that was such a great flash. It's just like clockwork for Stewie.
Yeah.
Runs down, he seems like he knows in advance there's going to be 2 players there. Just wrecks them both right off the start.
I like I like how you implied hacking, like in the most innocent way possible to show that you don't actually think he's hacking, but he's just really, really effing good.
So very well done. Very good start, very solid start to the round to make sure that there's no hope of an upset later on here. And this is just him toying around in the back halls on his own. There is literally no one else with him.
I think he saw his gun sticking through the window, but didn't notice because it's such an unorthodox place to be.
He is able to escape back, however, and Stan, well, just barely misses opportunity to get a kill against one of the T's. Brings Automatic down to 7. But Automatic will live to fight another day, specifically inside of a ladder room now.
I love how that's just Automatic's treehouse. Just top of ladder.
Yeah. Still has the hideout there.
You never had a childhood.
This is where I reclaim my lost time.
Yeah.
Well, for Twist and Nitro, both seem to be kind of on their own missions right now. Nitro will hope that he can surprise by lurking at a palace, but all right. I thought I was about to say he's about to get a nasty surprise, but apparently he was the one dealing out the surprises as he takes down Rush. Twist has dealt with a little bit more of a straightforward fashion, though, as Automatic seems to find him, and no additional damage was done to Automatic. Nitro now happy with just that one kill, is going to rush back the other way, and pretty good chance he could kill Automatic here, too, as he definitely expects something to be around the corner there, but now, unfortunately not, as Automatic will take him down first, and that secures the round for Cloud9. They're just 2 away from the tie now.
Yeah, Liquid did a good job holding on to that lead, but after one solid eco that's gotten Cloud9 3 rounds in a row, basically a bunch of money in the bank, the opportunity to win the half, Liquid going to be saving here and then saving once more. Or actually, can we look at how many rounds they lost in a row? Is it 2 or 3? It's 2. Okay, so that maybe they're just going to buy next round then.
Regardless on this round, it is going to be a pretty massive stack in the A site. 0 presence on B. Which means in a second, Stewie's about to see this, walk out and find nothing on that site except for maybe a market player. I might even just call for the bomb to rotate in this direction too.
Certain won't find. Whoa, okay.
Automatic's just doing his own work inside of Palace. He's going to get pushed in a second here too, but they're hot on the case to make sure that those kills do not happen. And wow, that's actually a very smooth headshot from a MAC-10 at that distance. Stan. Oh! Denied. And even gets a second kill too. Finishes off Automatic, but Skadoodle will finally trade him.
I just want a freeze frame of Rush as he falls backwards right after the dig animation.
As he turns around.
Yeah, it's going to put it on a postcard and send it to him.
It was at this moment that he knew.
So much money for Cloud9. 2 rounds and a half, but a buy-up for Liquid. They won't fret too much. No kits, however. And so far, it has been a tight match, both ways. Standard practice mid control. This is the strat that we didn't get to see last round, or that last round, where Automatic got caught out lurking by Nitro on Cat. This time, he does manage to escape. This is actually an SK A hit, I believe, where he comes out to closet.
Yeah, Cloud9 are going to be moving in here now. Twist ready to resist, but the Molly's going to send him out of position and further back to watch for Palace pressure, which they're not going to see anything of that. Elige able to hold on, but he overpeaks steps. That gives him a way to rush. They've still got presence in mid. Oh man, Automatic though is going to be able to catch Nitro while falling down from the top of that. I guess fencing, as you would call it there. Able to take him out, and that leaves only these 2 alive in Ticket. They really don't have a chip to play with in this game with.
That was beautiful. He even had one last smoke, and they had the lineup from Tetris to smoke it. So ironically enough, learned that from Elige.
So that's going to kill any hope of the retake, and both of these guys will just slowly fall back to try and save. You can see, though, Automatic is going to do his best to get in the way of that. They're expecting him, though, and they catch him mid-jump. Twist will take him down, and that means that both these guys should be safe to save. But Cloud9 will win the round and tie it up at 7-7 as we go into the final round of the half.
That was a solid A hit. The interesting thing about that stairs position is, I mean, if you molly it up for the first few seconds, like, what's the scariest thing to do on a retake sometimes? Is walk up the stairs. You know you're going to get your head taken off, right? And right there, we can kind of see why. Such a common angle. And sometimes you don't want to smoke everything out, right? You just want to funnel everybody into one area or trick them with a bad smoke into peeking or something, you know, so that you can hard clear it, because you have the peeker's advantage. So you should always try to play that as much as possible. Getting the bomb down, as we know, not enough, not quite enough to close out the round. You have to try to get a kill as well.
very least, Liquid do end up fully bought Arsenal for this final round, relatively speaking anyway. And their first battle will probably be found in a cat, as it looks like Cloud9 are probably going to try to get control of this again. Might even be Connector too. Regardless, Liquid are not going to be giving up mid so easily on this round. They've got a guy boosted up on top of Bricks on Cat. 1-2 players hiding out in Connector. And there we go. The Bricks player does his work just fine. Stanislaw is going to be able to find Tarek as soon as he creeps out from the wall there. And Cloud9 will start this round off from the backside of things at a 4v5.
Pushing A ramp. Even though they have the man advantage, looking for more information. Closes half out. I like this boost. They can leave him here. He can get aggressive. Has a much better fight if somebody does come back to him. And Cloud9 might have a false sense of security as they move towards A, but that's, first of all, that's going to tip Liquid off into knowing that it's going to be some type of A hit.
And we see Elite getting in a position to stop that down too as he picks up an additional kill. Just 2 players left alive, and Rush is lucky to be alive at this point. He's going to immediately get taken out, but the Tetris player has a great jump too to get over Skadoodle, just dodge the shot. So Liquid will end up coming out ahead this time at the end of the first half of the second map. Much, much different in the scoreline compared to what we had back in our first map. We'll see which team can hold on and claim victory here on Mirage in just a few moments. We return with more ESL Pro League.
ESL.
Do it now, guys, and it is time to find out if Liquid can hold on to this lead, keep it competitive, or if Cloud9 now on CT side will be able to take over like they did on the first map here. Starting off with a pistol, Liquid will probably go for primarily mid control. They do have the bomb waiting along with 1 additional player on ramp and Palace though, so probably going to become a pretty straightforward A pitch, although they're making it look like a B hit with the way that they're progressing up Cats. This is only to set themselves up to jump in a window though, but they go through a smoke, so Stewie's waiting on the other side of that, ready to take that battle. Stan will get 1 kill coming outside of Palace, and the same can be said for JDM out Connector. Liege helps out though and saves the trade, and now leaves just Tarek alive as they just decimate the entire setup. The round's not over yet, however. Tarek picks up 1 kill, checks this corner, but does a double take. Actually thought it was cleared, so JDM will take him down, and that secures the lead for now, at least for Team Liquid.
Very fast-paced pistol round, very nice peek from JDM to clean up that last kill. And now a solidified lead for Liquid as they move into an anti-eco. Instant buy-up of a scout from Tarek, armor on 2 players, another from Stewie, and Skadoodle just to be a little bit more frugal, pick up the CZ, no armor to complement it. He's not going to go for the cat jump, he's actually just going to make his way to top mid, and he's going to see here that there's no one being extremely aggressive. Creep himself up to boxes, gets a hit off at least, but gets killed.
Liquid already off to a hot start here now, and Automatic specifically looking for some resistance at the edge of Cat, but peeked out way too aggressively, so we'll find his death pretty quickly. This now has primed Liquid for the A split, and he's amplified it even more now they got the kill on the Stewie. This Rush and Skadoodle, Rush gets the surprise frag from on top of Palace, so something to work with there at least. But still, they are up against pretty big odds. And I think Liquid realized, too, that both the CTs are just on the A side. At worst, they're only going to have to deal with 1 player with a pistol on this B side. So they decide to go for that instead, and it's a pretty smart switch up here just to make sure they can win the round outright.
It's cool that they cheated some connector control as well and got Twist up here to listen for fast rotates as well as maybe chase exits early on. And he hasn't heard anything quite yet. Skadoodle smart enough to even walk in this position, aware that there was just a smoke. The position he crossed. He recovers the scout. And it's not imperative that Liquid find these frags. I mean, they don't want to deal with this next round, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I'd be more concerned with clean anti-ecos.
Yeah, and so they're not going to hunt down these last 2 players on Cloud9 too aggressively from the looks of things. Just holding certain areas of the map, and if Cloud9 should happen to walk past them, then they'll get kills off of that. But besides that, they'll keep all 4 of their guys alive. Cloud9, of course, is going to carry a little bit of firepower into the 3rd round, but it's only an ump and a scout. And besides that, you're only going to be looking at, again, just upgraded pistols for the most part. Should be still a pretty straightforward affair from Liquid with maybe 1 to 2 trades in the mix there.
Yeah. They reinvest a little bit more money again. Skadoodle can afford the CZ 2 rounds in a row, not spending all his money on the 2nd round. Top mid control for Liquid, but they're a little light on grenades here. There's no smoke, which is, oh, the smoke's in window. Nice shot, JDM. Proving that he can rifle. Haters will say it's fake.
Knocks off a third of the HP from automatic, too.
That window smoke is ass. Surprised they aren't abusing it.
JDM actually did pretty good with rifling at the miner too. I was actually kind of surprised.
Ooh, he rifles at the miner too.
Yeah, I didn't like track the stats or anything, but definitely all right. Nice spam coming out from Elise there. Gets a quick 2 kills. But back to the point, I was actually like really impressed with how well he was able to rifle compared to like his previous LAN performances within the past, where he just seemed like kind of useless with a rifle. To be completely honest, he seems actually pretty capable with it now, so he's kind of improved on that.
That's good. I mean, even the best operators are gonna have to rifle sometimes.
Yeah.
Sam actually did an article on Sam from ESPN. Sam, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm so sorry, Sam. Sam Delorium. Sam W. Delorium.
Sam D.
Sam D. Yeah, Sam D. Sam D on Twitter. He wrote an article about operas, and it's like even all operas will have to rifle sometimes 25% of the time. So you know, that's a significant number of rounds. It's 1 in 4 rounds.
Someone actually like did this. It's not really like you don't have to think that hard about it, but if you think about the way he plays, it actually makes it harder to rifle because he doesn't have like as much finite control over his mouse because of the way he leans back. So it's more his arm doing the movement, not necessarily his wrist.
That's what Daze said, I think.
Yeah.
But but I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily true. 'Cause he's got like super high sense too.
Yeah, I kind of want to ask JDM if that's like true or not, because I mean, obviously he would know best.
Yeah.
Or I could just like try that myself, to be honest.
Yeah, Daze has had some interesting ways of looking at like why players are the certain way, and he did also, I think, draw a comparison a long time ago between like oppers and said it's good to op on a low sense just because you have more margin for error on your flicks, which I thought was interesting as well. So most people understand that, you know, lower sense is generally better for consistency or hitting shots, but there's some debate about that. Some Quake players would tell you different. I mean, they have a much harder game and they play on an extremely high sense, and I think some of those they even use those.
It also depends on the weapon in Quake too, because some weapons work better at high sense compared to low sense.
And then you always, you know, you have your simples and your Hikos and your Alicia's sense is relatively high. It's also insanely consistent. Like
in Quake, you like rocket launcher sense is way different than like LG sense, because LG is like a sniper rifle essentially, so you want to play that as low sense. But with the rockets, you can aim that pretty wildly and still be relatively accurate. So you can still play it at much higher sensitivities. That's why players are like way better on some of the guns in Quake than others. So that's an interesting game when it comes to settings, because everybody's all across the board. There's not like one consistent amount of settings that most people use. Anyway, back to Counter-Strike. As Liquid are getting ready to move into the site, Tarek sits over here in the corner. He's able to put together 1 kill, but it's going to be Stewie that's going to have to do most of the heavy lifting here as he chains 2. Twist will hold on to his HP, however, as he's finally able to take down Stewie, but still a 3v2 with Twist at 13 HP. It's not looking good in the post plan at the moment here, especially with Automatic just walking right through the arch smoke. Picks up the first kill. They know where Stan is. And this is going to be tough, to say the least, for Stan. Yeah, nowhere for him to go, really. Completely outmatched in that situation, so it's easy for Rush to knock him out.
Small thing right there. Twist doesn't plant in the most default position. He moves forward a little bit, and that's for anybody that comes off of Cat will be able to see him if they hug the wall. And he actually just avoids Automatic enough that he can get away with the bomb going down. Most people would have died, so that's just a small thing. But it does a lot for Liquid's money. If even one person touches 0, you know that they were missing a nade set without that plant. It was actually Twist himself who did himself a favor.
And so now, Liquid potentially losing their lead that they got in the early half. JDM back. There we go.
It's gonna hot in the kitchen.
So he's gonna back out. Doesn't seem like the alarm went off, however, is Cloud9 not going to be too keen on peeking, looking to get that kill. I'll sit back, especially because they don't have the op here right now. That's still positioned over at A behind Ticket. Stan starting the walk up here. Don't think he can see Rush, but the volley is going to send him back, and that'll give away to Rush that there is definitely a player positioned here.
Rush just likes this spot, so he might be keen on clearing it. It's a bad spot to play when you lose A ramp control. If you don't have any like any line of sight on it, but he's got teammates, so certain spots are really good, much better, and sometimes the best spots if you have a teammate just to watch one angle for you. Oh, and Stewie playing the CT smoke. Oh my god.
Was Elysium blind?
I think.
Or was that just like an awkward moment?
No, I think he was trying to run it backwards and
then he's like, why am I not moving?
Why is it still smoky?
So Skadoodle's going to hold on nicely with the 2 pickups here, but he will eventually get overwhelmed by Stan coming out of Palace. Automatic still holds firebox control though, but he's in a bit of a pinch here. He's going to have to deal with JDM and potentially Nitro. Oh, they even knock out Tarek first. Now they know where Automatic is. He's got to sit here and fight. Gets the first kill, but cannot translate the second kill there. JDM is the one that wins the final 1v1 and secures it for Team Liquid, and more importantly, resets the losing bonus for Cloud9 while they're not at a point where they can justify a force.
No, that's a bad time to take the money out from Cloud9, so a very critical clutch one. And it was almost a 1v2 by Automatic, but we could see JDM played it so well. There's almost no chance for Automatic to be able to win that. Would have had to have hit his first bullet or like run forward under the op scope. Hard read to make. So now they just are going to try to look forward to a clean anti-eco, and Cloud9 realize playing at this high of a level that if it is very clean, this round will count heavily against them when they move into their next rifle round. Huge comeback to be made. And again, the stakes couldn't be higher.
Especially considering the way the first map went, so this is already looking good for Team Liquid here. Much like their performance at the minor to some degree, where they showed up and unfortunately had quite the upset to start off the minor, but then recovered very nicely on the final day to win out point forward after playing 3 best of 3s.
What happened? What was the upset?
They lost to Misfits to start off in the bracket, and then had to battle back from lower bracket. Played 3 best of 3s in one day. It's pretty crazy, actually.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
That's not fair.
They 2-0'd the first 2 at least, so they made them quick. And then I gave them like an hour break between the second and third one, so
okay.
They had pretty adequate time to cool down afterwards.
So they were nice to themselves and only had to play 4 maps?
yeah, essentially. Liquid seem to be holding on pretty nicely here. Just a couple kills from Cloud9, mainly due to over-aggression from Team Liquid. But the round is still over. And Liquid in a second here are going to head up to 13. Oh, Stewie almost aligning himself for the kill on Twist. In fact, Twist may still die, but it doesn't look like Skadoodle's going to be pushing him, which means he should be good to keep himself in check. Survive the bomb explosion, more importantly, and make it out of the round with still the AK in hand.
You think Twist was just really young when he made his name? That's why there's just like the Twist, but then also the Z's, multiple.
He's pretty young now, as is.
That's true. Maybe that's why he hasn't changed it.
Yeah.
But I always thought that the Z was just supposed to be a twisted S, and that's why he wrote it like that.
Maybe.
Probably not, though. It's a long shot.
It's a good thing that he has that Z, though, because if not, it would just get really confusing between him and the Swedish one.
Yeah.
Because they would literally have the exact same name. It would be like the heroic Nico and the other Nico situation. Thankfully, they solved it, too, because heroic Nico has a lowercase n, so people can decipher it that way.
Yeah, that somewhat helps. There's actually 3 Nikos in the scene at some point.
Yeah, you're right. Was the other one in America here? Wasn't he like a low-level NA player?
No. I mean, they're all low-level compared to Nico, but...
Well, yeah, I meant like he was like an IM player or something like that. Like.
Oh, I haven't heard of him.
Maybe I'd have to remember what the third one was. I swear I saw one in NA, too. All quiet at the beginning of this gun round, though. Liquid basically just walk in and take mid for free. They push back the 2 defenders that were set up from Cloud9 due to smokes and just obvious pressure. But besides that, they've not really made a whole lot of progress here in getting to the site. They're setting up for just a quick A pinch. And Cloud9 still has quite a few players towards B right now, which could make this a bit dangerous. Skadoodle specifically is in a position where more than likely he's going to be one and done.
Oh.
Actually, can't even get the 1 kill. Liege spots him. Apparently, he was peeked just a little bit too much. Stewie quickly peeks a window and finds a trade for it, but with that kill, they've already given up the site. And now we're in a 4v4.
Yeah, they immediately go into retake mode. Automatic tries to find a favorable spot. He gets the opening kill, and there aren't a lot of nades for the afterplant. They've got to put this. I mean, they had the molly up. They have no one to really cover him that well. That was so nice from Stewie.
There, this molly's actually going to force Stan out of coverage, which now brings it all down to JDM. It's a great retake from Cloud9, and with that, they'll be able to get back in, keep them in the game at 9-13.
Stewie is so aware, man. He pre-fires the firebox. Like, he's specific. He didn't miss the default planter. He was trying to kill the guy who was covering the plant because he knew that would be exactly what he'd have to expect. And he did significant damage to Stanislav. That was really good. Just one step ahead.
Pause is going to get called here. I will assume from... Actually, this is really going to be from either team, so... I don't know who it's from just yet.
I think I would assume Cloud9. That was an interesting round. I think Skadoodle definitely learned something. Like, he learned what step not to stand on, just because I didn't even know that he would be able to be seen by
No, I didn't think so either.
So, yeah.
If anything, he was just like too far to the left, I guess, and he saw his shoulder.
Yeah, he just needed to be a bit more forward or a little bit more back so he could actually see Elige. You gotta fine-tune that position, but that was nice. Careful clearing of the connector from Liquid.
All right, so the pause, regardless of who took it, has now concluded, and we are live once again here. Maybe there was a parking lot up there.
Those are some tall trees.
And that was a pause from Liquid, in case anyone is curious about that.
Okay.
It goes all quiet at the beginning of the round again, except for Stewie jumping in window. We're just going to give him away. I'm pretty sure he saw a lead. She probably won't peek it again. Just going to fall back outside a connector for right now. As Liquid, it's 2-3 rounds in a row they've been able to do this, just walk into mid and take it. Cloud9 are not resisting this at all.
It's a good call out, Nade. Realizing at this point in the defaults, we'll likely have a player under window. Not so worried about the boost, however.
Tarek has some better luck inside of the apartments this time. Pushes forward, catches that pinhole angle, and is able to take down Nitro with it. And this combined with the innate damage on Elige is a good primer on the round for Cloud9. They're also setting up, I think, to stop this A pinch again. Everyone except for Tarek, who's more of the fringe example right now to watch out for B hits, but everyone else...
See, he knows that Rush loves to play there. And that is just, you know, that's just a bad move by Rush, because last round he played there and he was spotted. So, and he died.
It's kind of a given that it would happen again on this round if he decided to play that same position. And now that means that Cloud9 are actually going to be down a player come this execute from Liquid. They're basically walking right, even through connector too. We can see Stewie trying to get out and take a battle versus Stan. And Elige even waits inside. Despite the low HP, that's still a very safe battle for him to take. Skadoodle tries to go battle opper for a second there as he wraps up from the corner, but will not survive very long. Stan takes him out, and that puts Liquid just 2 rounds away from winning the map.
And that was actually 4v5. So, you know, Stan stealing back that kill initially, killing one of the forward A players, the dedicated players, gave Cloud9 a false sense of security, but since his position was called out, that was just bad. So if you play a spot and you're spotted, then you need to play a different spot the next round. You have to have like 2 or 3 spots that you can play every single round and not become too static, or you'll just literally get pre-fired and lose the round for your whole team.
So it's this Liquid. Once again, probably going to go in for that mid control. It's not as much of an open book this time, however. You can see Cloud9 will actually resist it. And I think this is a pretty good round to do it on, considering that Liquid have walked into it. The thing is, Liquid seem to realize this. They've got a pretty good read on the Cloud9 once again, and have good details to suggest that they might have gone aggressively into mid to stop this, especially with them now being broken and on just a forced up pistol round. I don't even know if they have extra money besides this, since they bought full utility for most players too. So this might have been just an outright force.
Tense moment. This automatic can take attention away from them.
Stewie spamming in. He's not doing a lot of damage though. But Skadoodle was able to help a little bit better. He moves forward and finds twists.
Seemed like a decent grenade. Always a dangerous game to play on an anti-ecos, going for mid-control. Cloud9 showing us why, even without utility, just being in very dangerous spots.
Molly's going onto the ground quickly too to clear out window, just in case anyone from Cloud9 was left behind to sit back and listen for intel. Won't be catching any of it. And with Stan picking up this next kill here, this is Liquid slowly battling their way back into this round, although there's automatic with the trade kill on Cats. Finds him. It's not long before he's dead, however. Now a flash out from Elige goes into a perfect position to get the kill anyway. Full control from him to make sure that he picks that up. Now just these surprise last players. They're not checking for either of these positions, though, so Rush moves out, gets the first kill, can't complete the second one, but he doesn't even need to. He just needs to delay, stop them from planting. They look for him, and oh, they just get the kill in time with only 2 seconds left. I'm not even sure if Rush realized how low the time was because he just went out and took that peek. He could have sat in the corner and probably won the round off that.
No, I think the bomb went down on time.
Did it?
Just
Okay.
in time, yeah. It was. I think he heard the plant and then realized that he had to get a kill.
I was probably yelling too loud and didn't hear it plant. So
He's too stoked.
yeah.
But that could be it for Liquid or for Cloud9, excuse me. It's very close. Good attempt. Great dinks, but only a consolation prize in the form of ADR. Still two up the end of that last round, and a full set of buys for Liquid, or for Liquid. It's Cloud9 force up. And Twist might have think that he cleared underpass. He's not looking right now. Oh. That cap player actually made him second guess it.
Hello. So an easy kill for Stewie right there. They times it appropriately. That's a good way to start the round, especially considering that everybody's got armor too. So the more of these AKs that can steal, the better. Smoke almost not bouncing appropriately, but does make it over the edge. And that'll give Liquid the free cat cross. But it's also going to be pretty obvious what they do at this smoke, because there's usually only one or two things you're going to do off of a smoke like that. So Automatic gets prepared to take the fight, sees the shadow. Quick headshot. Can he make it 3? No, unfortunately not. Elige will trade him. The damage that's being done, though, is still enough for them to be able to win this round on Cloud9's side, though. As now you've got Stewie in the apartments with the AK. Elige realizes this, so I think he backs up and decides not to take the fight just yet until Stan's ready to move back in. And Stan makes the mistake of jumping. Elige hits his entry, however. So it does put Stewie in a bit of a peculiar spot, but now Elige, I don't even know if he realized there's another player backside too. That's going to be the one that kills him. Skadoodle gets the final kill. Cloud9 survived to fight another day as they bring it up to 10-15.
Nice recovery from the two Asian bros, Stewie and Stewie and I almost said Skadoodle, but Stewie and Automatic. Automagic with the double with the Deagle 2K.
And Liquid know that this is going to be a bit of a long process probably to close out this match, so they do full save here. They'll just go for the shock value execute to probably get the plant and the extra money. A couple flashbangs and smokes going out here, and actually just blind Skadoodle pretty nicely along with the smoke, so probably gonna get the plant. There you go. Goal of the round has been accomplished. Anything else from this point forward is a bonus.
Yeah.
In fact,
especially a round win.
here we go. Stewie picking up some trade kills, though, along with Automatic, and brings it down to just Twist. So while it's a good execute, the post plant is not going to be that well shaped up, mainly due to the fact they only have P250s. So that secures the 11th round for Cloud9.
They certainly won't roll over at this point. Even getting to OT would mean something. 4 rounds of difference. Full buys for Cloud9. They're going to almost certainly pick up an op. They know that Liquid will be buying in response to that plant. And, oh, wow.
Pause called probably from Cloud9 too, since this is going to be full investment from both teams. Oh, get the
wrong music.
There we go. No, I like that one. Go back to that other one.
No, we need the intense music.
We need the suspenseful music.
Exactly. The axe murderer.
We have to set the story straight here.
I wonder what. We don't know who's calling the pause. I wonder what Liquid are going to do, though. I wonder what they're going to do in terms of attack while at C9. Okay, so for C9, they have less to think about, obviously, but I don't know. Should they continue to do what works? Should they go for control of something? There was definitely a concerted effort towards B early in the half to taking control of apartments, at least in the first half. But since Liquid are now on the T side, Cloud9 don't seem to I think have that sense of urgency. And it looks like a pretty standard set of affairs. The A guy splitting up his attention from A ramp and Palace. Window guy gets spotted. 3 top mid. And Twist making sure that no one pushes before he starts to help out his teammates in what will possibly be taking connector.
So it should once again be pretty easy mid control for Liquid, which has very much been, you know, the story on this half. It's Liquid being able to just waltz into mid and get that control set up for easy A or B executes, pending, of course, control of Palace or apartments, other areas of the map here. But This time they've chosen the A ramp route for their 5th player, so probably going to see a quick pinch onto A. Cloud9 very much ready for this, though, as this has been the staple for Team Liquid. So they've got 4 guys in the site, although one's going to shift away right now, though. At least go outside of the crawl space. It won't take him long to get back inside, but he won't be in position to immediately stop the push-up ramp and whatnot here, and more importantly, past jungle, where he could really contribute.
Yeah, Skadoodle has a ton of info at B.
Stewie's going to be able to pick up the first kill. Rush chaining these frags together as well. And Liquid, for the most part, just completely flatlining on this execute. They only get the kill on Rush, and besides that, they don't deal a single point of damage to Cloud9. So really clean, really well done from Cloud9 on that round. Truly
well prepared. Everybody running right, like face first into the site, and even with the connector split, weren't really flanking anybody. There was nobody on stairs to crush. Everybody from Cloud9 pulled up a nice perimeter and expected the split to happen, and even though Liquid moved decisively, it wasn't enough. It's too much info on the B side of the map. If they had even flashed Skadoodle, I think that could have helped out quite a bit.
There's going to be Tarek actually starting it off well in this round. Bit aggressive in the apartments, but it finds in the early kill to twist. Skadoodle on the secondary out, well, primary out, of course, but getting the job done over there at A. In the same stead, takes out Stan, trying to push Palace. And that has pretty much killed the odds for Liquid to win this round already. Unless we see someone go crazy with a deagle.
Did he go rush hunting? It looks like he might.
I think that was the ideal objective there. At least get a quick 1-for-1. Because now Tarek's going to be ready to take this fight. It's going to be on the pistol now, but with some support from Automatic, it's another quick cleanup as everyone stays alive. And this is getting dangerous now because they're probably going to consistently have this double op set up for the rest of the half. Like 2 rounds left.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. They're definitely going to see the double op, so smoke's going to be a huge factor. I mean, Liquid can get away with mid-control in the 5v5. They can also do full A execs. But Cloud9 have had good responses to a lot of map control getting taken from Liquid in the 5v5, so they've definitely got problems. Oh boy, and that's one solution.
That had to have been a good spawn from Nitro there too to get out that quickly, so.
You know it was a good spawn because Nitro was opping.
And so Nitro is going to be able to pick up that early kill. Wow, man, this is a complete change in pace too. Just everyone on Liquid getting kills early on here. Stan even just walking into the site to find Skadoodle, and this is going to be a bit of a bitter end to the match potentially as Automatic goes down, and there you have it. Just a very straightforward round from Liquid after 3 to 4.